Hi, welcome in. If you're new here, my name is Mary, and this is my brand new YouTube channel called Mary's Moving On. And just a little overview of what we're doing here. I've realized that living on cruise ships is my best way for retirement. I'm 71 and I'm certainly ready to retire. I'm almost finished with my work. And there's lots of different ways to do this, but one size does not fit all for retirement. And I mean, I knew it was coming, but I didn't prepare very well. But I know that I can use my land-bound income and what it costs me to live on land, and I can transfer that and go live on various cruise ships. But not the kind that you pay X amount and then you're on there for a year and you travel the world. Not that kind. This is going to be a series of back-to-back cruises, repositioning to Tokyo or Barcelona or wherever it's going, spending X amount of days on and returning to a port and then getting on another ship. So I'll see lots of interesting things, and it'll keep me bouncing. So I'm looking forward to that. Because it's not one size fits all, this is not for everybody. And I've already had friends of mine saying this is out there, and it is out there, but this works for me. I've always been a rolling stone. I've always been a traveler, and I like doing this sort of thing. I don't want to be landlocked, and I don't want to be, sitting around in my retirement going, what are we going to do next? And I'd rather be out seeing exotic ports. So there's a process to doing something like this. You don't just decide one day that you're going to get rid of everything. You have to think about it and plan through it. I have things. I have a small apartment and I live in Southern California. And I have stuff, but I've not accumulated a lot. I've been freeing myself of things for like the last 10 years. But there's many things here that I won't be able to take with me. I'm going to have to donate things and pack things, and anything that's really precious, I will pack away and put in storage or put in someone's garage to hold for me until I come back. And I'm thinking that it's not going to be a whole lot. And I'm also planning on taking maybe a suitcase and a backpack with me. So you have to be lean and move it. I do when I'm going from ship to ship. So I don't need I don't need a collection of teacups or anything. I don't need that. That's going to free me up to move and live freely. I don't want to have to dust and insure and box and worry about things that, they've had meaning at one point, but I'm ready to let them go. I'll also have to sell my car. I have a car here in California, but I'm not going to need a car when I'm traveling around and I haven't come home in 6 months or so or longer. I'll just rent a car if I have to go on land and drive somewhere. So that makes sense to me. Also, probably one of the most important things is I'm going to need some traveler's insurance. And there's some really good companies that have international travel insurance. I have Medicare at my age. However, that won't cover you outside the borders of the United States. So traveler's insurance is a must. It's not so much on the ships if you fall down and you skin your knee or break your toe or something like that. You can get fixed on the ship for that. This is more for evac, when you have to be evacuated off that ship, God forbid. You want to be covered for that sort of thing, whether you're traveling on a ship or anywhere. You want to have good insurance to take with you, and I'm going to bring good insurance for me because I don't want to have to face that. So, as I said, people have said to me, "Aren't you going to miss your family, Mary? I mean, you're going to be out there for, you don't really know how long." And I'm like, "Of course I'm going to miss my family. Of course I am." But my kids are full grown, knocking on 30. They don't need me anymore. They're established and they're financially set. They don't need me on a day-to-day basis. So I'm free to go back and do what I did before. I was traveling before I had kids, and I will continue. I'd like to continue doing that. The other thing that people are saying to me, which is a little off-putting, is why are you doing YouTube? I mean, you're 71 and you're struggling with computers most of the time. Why are you trying to do that? Like you're old, Grandma. Don't why bother doing this? That's exactly why. Because people put my age against me that you're washed up, you can't learn anything else. But in 71 years, I've learned quite a bit, and I'm ready to learn some more. And I think it's my self-doubt that keeps me from, really can't step into the tech world. I can. I'm going to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to do this. And I don't want to be considered someone who's helpless because I'm old. I am old. So I want people to document this. I want to be able to check into the channel, say, where's Mom? Where's Mary? She's out there somewhere. And doing something like this is outside the norm. And people may want to check in to say, how do you do this? Or how have you done this? Or what are the stumbling blocks? And by documenting this, other people can take a look and follow along, or step out and do something wild that they want to do, which is good. Another thing for that, being old, is people following along and being old. It gives me an opportunity to stretch my mind and to keep myself busy. And I don't really want to sit around and sit in here in California, a little tiny apartment, and not do anything. I was a traveler, as I said, and I want to keep traveling, and that's pretty much what I want to do. So I appreciate you visiting my YouTube channel, and I'd appreciate it if you have anything, especially if you're doing this now. If you're doing this now, kindly leave me comments of some pitfalls and things to avoid. And if you have any questions for me, any comments, I'm sure you're going to have a few, because this is unusual, you have to admit it. Leave them down there and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Again, if you hit the subscribe, like and share button, that'll help me a lot to keep this going, and I'm going to need that. So anyway, thanks very much for stopping by, and see you until next time. See you later, and live your joy.